All right, we're going to talk about Ohm's law. And so what Ohm's law does, it allows us to calculate different components or different elements of our circuit. And so we've talked about our source of our circuit. So what is the power that's coming into it? What's the source? What's the load, which is what is consuming the electrical energy? And then what is the conductive path for that electricity to flow? And so we can measure each one of these elements with a different measurement. And so our source over here is going to be measured in voltage. Our load, or again, what the circuit is consuming, is going to be measured in resistance. And we can measure the flow of the electricity through the conductive path with current. And so if we have Ohm's law, which is this formula here, that voltage equals current multiplied by resistance, if we wanted to solve for one of these other variables, we could simply rearrange the formula to solve for it. So if I wanted to solve for current, the formula would be I, or current, equals voltage divided by resistance. And if I wanted to solve for resistance, it would be resistance is equal to voltage divided by current. All right, and so if we run through one of these problems really quickly, let's say in our circuit we have a system and it is, the power source is 6 volts. And we know that the load's resistance is on the system is 150 ohms. Well, if we know two of the variables, we can always solve for the third variable. And so if I come over here and I use Ohm's law, in this case we are solving for current. So it's going to be, our formula is going to be current is equal to voltage divided by resistance. So in this case, current is going to be equal to 6 volts divided by 150 ohms. And so if we do that on our calculator, we get the current in our system is equal to 0.04 of an amp. All right. And so with these other two variables, we were able to solve for the third variable. And so that's how you use Ohm's law.